Yo, what up, boys? It is your boy How to CS, and today I'm gonna be talking about how to rank up quickly in Counter-Strike. I think one of the first things I would like to talk about on how to rank up quickly is mindset, and this is a meme. Everyone knows mindset. You gotta change your mindset, but really in Counter Strike, you kind of do have to change your mindset. You have to have a growth mindset and be open to losing and what you can take from it. I would say like there's always something you can take away from a game in my opinion. Like even if like the enemy just flat out steamrolls you, you at least know like you got to work on your aim, you got to work on your mechanics. Like that's always something you can work on too. Um, yeah, no, and you know, Counter Strike is a confidence game. So some days it's just like they're feeling it more than you, and sometimes steamrolls just happen like that. It happens. It really does. So, but you got to always be open to that and realize there's different levels to your game in terms of like there is your A game, which is where you're on top of the world, you're full confidence, you full swing everything, all your shots are hitting, everything is working, and it feels like you are in complete control of the game. And then there's your B game, where it's like, okay, maybe some shots aren't hitting, you're going 50-50 on your aim duels, and it's like split both ways. You're not fully out of it, but you're not like fully in control. And then there's your C game, where you are completely lost, you don't know what's happening, and it feels like the rounds are just going by super quickly and you have no say in what to do. And there's like a whole book on it if you want to listen to it. It's called The Mental Game of Poker. I'd recommend listening to an audiobook of that. It's a really good book on like just learning and how to understand learning. And basically what it is like when you're first starting out and you're playing against better players, you're going to be making mistakes and you're going to be making good moves at the same time. And if you're like pretty green at Counter Strike, you're not going to know which ones are the right and wrong moves, and you probably won't ever know until you keep playing this game and getting better, or you hire a coach and they just tell you. But basically, like good players will be able to see patterns in their game. They'll be able to see like, oh, I'm doing like I'm too shaky on my spray, or like I'm when I peek, I jitter my crosshair too much. Like I move my crosshair last second before it's even on the guy. I'm kind of going off of personal experience here, so it's like okay, so I just got to keep my hand steadier when I'm like peeking corners, or like if my spray's so jittery, then I should aim a little bit lower down to compensate for that. Just small stuff like that. You're not going to be like the perfect player, so always be able to like adjust your game and compensate for yourself. Obviously, if what is it? I mean, there's no bad habits here really. Just compensating for your game is like that's how you become your own player. Honest, in my opinion, that's how you become your own player. So when you're playing your C game and you feel like things are not in your control, that is honestly the best time to learn. Like, be very open to it. Like, if you feel like you're dying too quickly, take the round slower. And if you feel like you can't win your aim fights, then that one's a hard one. When you're not winning your aim fights, that's a really hard one to get out of. In my opinion, from what I've noticed, if everything is not going your way, you should always try to slow the game down to your pace. Okay? In matchmaking, that's really difficult because some players just don't even think about that and they're just like zeros and ones. It's like, oh, zero, I'm not doing anything. One, I'm gonna go full speed. And that's why like it's best to like find friends and people you like in your matchmaking and hit them up because that's how you actually get people to follow what you think. So one of the best things you can do when you're just running it down and dying super quickly is just slow it down. Slow it down. Even if you die, you're still able to like process what is happening instead of rather just running in, quickly dying, and then just you don't know what's happening. If you slow down and you're able to like just work the map like a snake and just crawl and just slowly get your hooks in. You'll eventually find a kill. You'll eventually find a lurk. You'll eventually find a timing. So, yeah. And then what is it? Second one. Elo. So your idea of elo and what it means. I think everybody when they first start out they want to reach the big number, they want to reach a certain number, blah blah blah. And I think it's always been like this where it's like as old as time where the best players don't care about their ranks. They don't like if you look at like if for here's an extreme example. If you look at like the top FPL boards, like FPL, like yeah, on the FPL boards, and you look at the European leagues, rarely ever do you see like Zaiwu or okay, Donk used to dominate the FPL, and Zaiwu used to dominate FPL. So I'm kind of like my point kind of doesn't make sense, but they don't do it all the time. They don't give a damn about like shit like that, like rankings like that. They just and even when you like listen to like Vitality for example, if you listen to everyone on their team, no one gives a damn about their winning streak. They don't care about winning. They just care about like if they're playing good CS. That will always be the end all be all for like players who want to get better is am I playing like my best CS? Am I making the best decisions I can in the moments that I'm in? That is what matters because anyone can get lucky and win a match. Anyone can get lucky and place top on FPL. Like if you look at NAFPL, there's like a bunch of people who are top of NAFPL and they just don't do shit inside tournaments. They don't do anything. You're king of the shitters. Good job, but like you're not playing the game correctly, and that's why like NA has fallen off. I don't know why I got into a tangent about NA, but it's like just when if you're so results oriented, you're gonna see a lot of holes in your game, and you're not gonna understand like why there are holes in your game because you're just so fixated on the big number. You should always be like I wouldn't say like micro fixated on your mistakes, but like if one of your games you're playing like absolute piss, just load up the demo and like look back at like all like the deaths 30 seconds before and just look at the decision making that you're doing and like try to like dissect your mind a little bit and like why am I doing this? Like why did I make these decisions? You'll be very surprised on what you learn when you watch yourself. I would never recommend you load up a pro demo by the way. That you will learn nothing from that. It is better for you to learn like dissect yourself and understand what kind of player you are. This my second tip is aim. So obviously killing is this game. If you don't have aim, you're gonna probably get shit on. So develop an aim routine. Make sure you practice all three shooting styles. I would recommend tap, 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 tap. 100 bots is recommended. Make sure when you're tapping, I like to do this where like I tap from left to right to left to right to left to right. Oh shit. Yeah, left to right, left to right, left to right. And I try to just be conscious about like if like my crosshair is going over the bot. I try to always get it exact, you know. Don't take too, you know, like when you're practicing your aim routine, this is where you take your time and you just like feel out your aim. Do I need to adjust my sense? And then bursting, classic burst, and then spraying. Yeah, no. If you practice your routine, your aim routine every single day, even like every single day, like you'll notice your game elevating. Like you will notice your game elevating like an inchworm. Your C game will slowly catch up to your B game. Your B game will slowly catch up to your A game, and your A game will be pushed past to a new level, and you will discover something about yourself, or you will just the game will just feel easier. It will just feel easier. Because I know this because I did this myself. I used to have an aim routine that I would go through for like almost a whole year of playing this game. Like I've played this game for like 10 years, and There were years of this game where I just constantly always had an aim routine. First thing I do, get on, shoot some bots. And this goes back to having like friends to play the game with. Like, if you have friends who actually care about this game, they'll tell you to warm up before you play a match. They'll always tell you to warm up, like, hey, warm up before you play. And it's like, that's like, when you have people like that around you, your potential to get better at this game just goes so much more like up. It's so nice when you have people reminding you, hey, bro, warm up. I don't want you to be shit. Because, like, it's your responsibility, too, as a team, as a teammate, to be putting up your frags. From now, the rest of the tips are going to just be about, like, just map selection and learning utility. Because what separates a good player from a great player is good flashbangs and smokes. If you have good flashbangs and smokes, you will be a lifesaver on all your teams. I would recommend starting out with 3 maps that you really want to learn and get the metagame down. Because there's a metagame for all these maps, by the way. This is why I love Counter-Strike. It's so beautiful. There is a metagame for each map. Some are more similar than others, but, like, for example, Dust 2 is like a simple metagame. Take Cat, and you can either go A or B. Or if you have a good long spawn, you just take long, and then you take Cat, and then you can split A. Or you can just fake them out and split B. Very simple. You either take long or take Cat, take A, or split B. Very simple. Mirage is all about mid control. So I'm thinking about T side, by the way. It is all T side meta. Mirage is all mid control, so you need to smoke off window and connector. And the easiest attack you can do on Mirage that has a high success rate is splitting B. So you either have 4 people going up cat, 1 person lurking apps, or you do a 3-2 split. But 4-1 splits are probably the best because you need a lot of manpower to get up cat, and you'll just need bodies up there. And then Inferno is just all about banana control, banana and apps control. If you have apps control and don't have banana control, you are limited. If you have banana control but no apps control, you are limited. So you need to take both sides. Very plain and simple. And that's like my example is like I would start off with learning Dust 2, Mirage, and Inferno and understanding the meta games there. And this is where like having I think Counter-Strike is just a game where you need friends to play with. Like unless you just don't give a damn about that stuff and just want to solo queue and just shoot heads like me, then go ahead. But if you really want to get better at this game, pick somebody that you liked from the previous match, friend them, and send them an invite. And you'll be surprised. Like I've done this before, where like I just invite one person, and then we just play a game. We invite another person, and we invite 2 people, 3 people maybe, and then by like the 4th game, I have like a full 5 queue stack, and it's like super easy to snowball this, and you just like get some really interesting people. This is, I think it works better for me because like people. Like I used to be pretty decent and I can carry games pretty good, so people will always accept my invites. But I think the biggest thing is like the social aspect. If like you and a player can get along socially and you guys are cracking jokes with each other, just friend that guy and see where it goes. There's no harm, no foul. Unless you want to be autistic and have no friends, then go ahead. But it will make this game a lot harder, especially if you're not a good player. You will have a hard time. Yeah, and then the last one is just no utility for the maps that you play. So, just, have some set util, you know. Have a smoke for each map, have a flashbang for each map. You know, even a self-flash. Have a self-flash for yourself where you can attack the enemy. Just something to help you, you know. Don't just... And if you really have a big issue, a good person for utility is Nard out here. And if you want to learn how to play positions, there are tons of like old videos from like the CS:GO era. I don't know if they apply now. I feel like they still do because like even players now are taking old meta stuff. Like even pro players are taking old meta stuff and they're still using it. So I guess like do some studying. Like look at the positions you play on CT side, look up how you can hold that. And then yeah, there's just so much more to this game. So that's pretty much it. Thanks guys.